I think the world of producing, just in general, is kind of married to songwriting. You can't really, in my mind, you can't really depend on anybody else to finish or to take your song to the finish line. You have to be responsible for doing that, and that goes to every songwriter out there. They should have a basic knowledge of how to make the sounds and how to put together the record, and then they can take it to somebody who can finish it for them. But producing is just songwriting without lyrics. It's evoking a lyric with sound, which is why I love the two together. The hardest thing was just getting people on board, convincing people that I did write good music. Granted, I mean, just 4 years ago, my music was not nearly as, in my opinion, not as nearly as good as it is now. I've improved, and I think I'm going to continue to improve years to come. So I don't blame A&Rs for looking at their phones while they were in meetings with me and half listening to these songs, because I pulled some old demos up the other day, and they're really bad. But I thought they were good at the time, but without those bad, okay demos, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am right now. I find that making a record with other people is the best thing. It's better than me making something alone. Even on a record like Attention that I did make alone, I did run it by Jay Cash, who I wrote the record with. I did run certain sounds by him, and I would see him get excited if the bass sounded a certain way, the do-do-do-do, if I EQ'd it and maybe brought up the mids a little bit more. If that got a physical reaction while I was playing it for him in the car, I would go home and kind of enhance that and maybe exaggerate it even more in the EQ or the compression.